I mean, we can chit chat. I mean, what's the general discussion topic?
Mostly follow up, and then we have the Gaza Israel speeches today, the USAID, Department of Education, South Africa, El Salvador. Uh,
Huh.
yeah, some
Wait,
AI stuff
what's
that kind of just
what's
spawned
going
on
on
a
with El
couple minutes.
Salvador?
Their their president, who is known as the world's coolest dictator. So
Yeah,
just for background on this guy, he comes into power, he mobilizes the
yeah.
military, goes throughout the country just arresting every gang member he could find, throws them all in prison. Not really much court process, so that's where he gets his nickname, the dictator. Uh, Yet there's a complete reform. There's like no crime anymore. He is offering to take in U.S. criminals
Why?
because everybody needs to bend the knee. This is his way.
Mm.
He says he'll do it for a cheap price. He told Trump. I think there was like some backdoor discussions beforehand because I remember some mention of this, and Trump's brought it up a few times of asking other countries to take in our prisoners, the worst of the worst, and it started with just illegal immigrants, but
Mm.
so he came out today. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's all ukulele or some shit. I don't know how to say his name, but he came out today or yesterday, and he said that he was willing to take in uh, U.S. criminals.
Well, we can sell him criminals.
No, I don't think he wants to buy them, but he is willing to take them in for a small fee.
Hmm.
It's not okay. As cool as it sounds, it's not legal in the U.S. to send your citizens out of the country like that. It's completely against the Constitution, so there's no shot that can happen. But
I
it's
mean, maybe a little shot.
a little bit. I mean, Trump said they're gonna look into it, the legality, but I'm pretty familiar with the setup, and there's no shot that makes it through the courts. Like I cannot imagine that it actually makes it through. I don't even think most Republicans would be okay with it.
I'm
However,
okay with it.
yeah, well, I meant in power, the Senate, the House,
I can imagine the prison
Supreme Court.
guards. All right, maggots, line up. Oh no, what's happening now? Mr. Oliver's gonna hurt us again, isn't he? I
It's
hate
so,
the whippings.
dude. He posts videos of it. That guy is really proud of what he's done. Probably should be, and he posts videos
Yeah.
of it all over the internet of the troops. They're all like chained together like this. And they just sit in a courtyard, like back to back, like they can't move at all.
Hmm.
Yeah, and now he has them uh like just doing work around the country, cleaning up the streets and building stuff. Like he just is. I don't know. The world's coolest dictator. He also spent all the country's money on Bitcoin. And he hold on. That's not even the best part. Whenever he is up in money, the country, he posts it online. He's like, look how much money we made. And he made millions of dollars off the country's money. He's made millions of dollars. And he posts it. It's the funniest shit. Again, world's coolest dictator is what they call him. People love him. They love him. Clean up the streets, put him to work, and then spent it all on Bitcoin.
Second most
Who's
loved dictator.
Oh, okay, I know where that's going.
Oh God, those was the good days.
Okay. I get a little worried.
Uh,
I love how we're moving. Trump keeps signing bills that are meant to combat anti-Semitism,
yeah,
and I get a little worried of how much anti-Semitism we may or may not have said on the show.
it's already illegal to boycott Israeli-based companies in
Illegal,
Florida.
illegal. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of laws in place that people aren't familiar with.
Yeah, it's not anti-Semitism. It's you don't like us because we're assholes, so we're gonna just mess with you more type of deal.
Yeah, this is gonna be an awkward way to talk about Benjamin Netanyahu's visit today, but he is the first world leader to come and visit Trump since his inauguration.
Mm.
And they had a meeting today. They took a lot of questions, and the biggest announcement that we got from it was that the U.S. plans on taking over the Gaza Strip.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna be ours. He wants to move all of the Palestinians out. He's gonna
Mm.
convince Jordan and Egypt to take them in. I believe Egypt has already kind of said it's very feasible.
Mm.
Jordan's been a really big U.S. ally for quite a while, but yeah, interesting.
Are
So yeah, go ahead.
you ready to start the stream?
Yeah,
I don't know.
carry on with the conversation.
Wait, did we already start it?
Yeah, the stream already started. I was just gonna cut the front. Normally, I just cut the
Oh,
front where we're just jerking off.
oh. So should we do the intro then?
I didn't write one, so
Okay. Bingles and Bungus, fellow ne'er-do-wells, and welcome to another episode of P2P, or PP as I like to call it.
yeah.
The
When I
podcast must begin. Doug is right here. He is going to say something after I finish my sentence.
Yeah, so the U.S. plans on taking over the Gaza Strip, gonna
Yeah.
clear it out, and he
Oh,
said to sell it real estate wise too. It's pretty funny. I guess this is like where Trump's specialty lies, right? And
yeah.
taking over land and then building luxury hotels and selling it.
Yeah.
Really up his alley. But it is funny. I know last year you were saying that Israel had plans to take it in order to do like some oil thing, right? There's
The
oil off
Ben
the
Gurion
coast,
Canal.
right, and the canal. But you didn't have the U.S. Uno reverse card in your playbook.
You mean the United States of Israel is taking over the Gaza Strip? I wonder what they're going to do with it. Oh, wait. They're going to offshore the labor from America and send it to the Gaza Strip so that they can build the Ben Gurion Canal. Hmm. It's as if Israel didn't have the resources to do it, so they just made America do it for them.
At least the
Hmm.
money comes back.
Hmm. 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 Ah, yes. Let's pull up Gaza.
Benji, or Bibi as they call him, seemed kind of surprised at the move, or at least at what Trump said when they were talking today.
Yeah.
He like Trump said that. He kind of looked over at him like, okay, I had plans. He said something along the lines of, I had plans for this area, but Trump's got even bigger ideas than me.
Yeah. Ah,
Yeah, that's the strip there.
yeah. Let's look at some photos of Gaza. Yeah, they're going to have to bulldoze a lot of this down.
A lot of it's already down, dude. This is not
Oh,
current.
good.
This
The
is
Ben
not
Gurion
current
Canal is on
progress.
the way. That looked like it may have been important. I hope that was demolished too.
I'm sure most of it was important. There's a mosque.
Where's the recent photos?
Oh,
Why
well,
don't I
there's
get
one.
this? Oh wait, I think no, this is still
Nah, that's
2022.
yeah.
It's
You're
just normal Gaza.
just look up on X. I'm sure you'll see a bunch of. It's currently trending all over the place right now. But yeah,
All
I
right,
mean,
well
it
let's take a look.
sucks for the Palestinians.
Let's take a look at Gaza. Tiger Woods' wonderful mother has passed away. God, I could care less. US will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. Oh, so they are making the Ben Gurion Canal.
He said we will do a good job with it.
Does a job with it. Either way,
Uh,
that just kind of foreshadows it. Forcibly displaced 2 million Palestinians from the Gaza Strip.
yeah,
Doug, I don't mean to be that guy,
but
but let's look at how big Gaza is, and let's compare it to Florida.
yeah, it's not even close.
Okay, so there's Florida, and right down here is Gaza.
Yeah,
You expect me to believe there's 2 million people in this tiny piece of
it
land?
is in fact one of the most densely populated places on the planet. It gets top 3.
Why?
They just bred like animals.
So, I mean, the Ben Gurion Canal has to get made at some point, right? So,
Yeah, and there's also a lot of oil deposits. It's okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little surprised. Trump has been pretty pro-Israel forever, but
yeah.
Jesus, my God, man.
Well, my question is like, so Ben Gurion Canal would have to go from here, it would have to cut through Gaza, right? Reason for that is that he can't mess with Egypt at all for whatever reason. I don't know why.
They don't. Egypt. I don't know. They do their best. The U.S. does its
Yeah,
best to keep the fragile peace intact. The peace in the
yeah,
Middle East is extremely fragile, like extremely
yeah,
fragile. And it doesn't really have much to do with the countries. It has way more to do with the populations of people. But most of the governments in that area actually want peace. They like money. They like making money. They like peace. Look at Saudi Arabia.
yeah.
Like, and as fucked up as it is for their culture to have to like slowly evolve in general, since the U.S. has made footholds. Let's just say that through
Mm.
the war on terror in the Middle East. In general, life has gotten better for the people.
Oh no.
It has. Yes, it has.
No.
Yes, it has.
No.
No isn't you don't approve, or no isn't you disagree.
I don't approve.
Uh, I don't know. I don't.
It needs
It's a weird mixed bag. I'm not like a fan of either situations. Middle East constantly feels like, okay, you're just picking the lesser of two evils every time. Like, does it suck that Palestinians died in droves and now they have to get fucking entirely migrated to a whole ass other country? It's terrible. Is it
mm.
equally awful that every single time they're left to their own devices, some terror group takes over and then starts creating more wars there? Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you choose there. Trump's got a bold idea for sure. But I've been talking about
So
the Middle
here's
East
the
is
Panama
always
Canal.
it's go up. It's just underneath Mexico. Uh, where's Panama? It's a real thin piece of
Okay.
land. There it is.
I mean, this is Panama. Where is it? Is this it?
That looks like it. It cuts through, so it's got to be it.
Oh,
That river line across the middle, it's got
yeah,
to be it.
yeah, yeah. So that's the Panama Canal, right?
Yeah.
So and this is the Suez Canal,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
And now they want to make another one, except it goes through Israel. And because it's not controlled by Egypt, America would reap the profits of it.
Yeah. They actually want to do another canal. I think, and above Panama, they want to create another
Yeah,
one just to increase traffic. Because
yeah,
it
that
takes
makes
them a
sense.
while to traverse. It's like they have to get in a line and they have to get processed, and it's expensive.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah,
So let's look up Ben Gurion Canal and see what the news for it is.
The best move is to figure out which company is going to build it and then invest in it right away.
It'll probably be an Israeli company.
I don't care which kind of company it is.
I'm sure.
I don't care if it's Israeli, American, just invest in it.
Which company built Suez Canal?
Oh, it's a UK company. The British built the Suez Canal.
Oh, this is 1858. I don't think they're around anymore, Doug.
No, so actually, what's crazy is the
Yeah.
British made the canal, and then Egypt. There was an uprising in that country,
Mm,
and this is pretty common in the Middle East. This is another reason why the U.S. invaded. But the British built the canal, and then the new Egyptian government took it over and was like, "Hey, you're ripping us off. Like this is crazy. We're not getting paid any for the passage of ships through our land, right?" So they
yeah.
took it over, and then the UK. This is before the US was like a true powerhouse in the world. It was just after World War II. So the UK was like, okay, this is you can't. The whoever built it, the company, the UK company that built it, went to the UK government and was like, hey, you guys need to fix this shit. We're losing money here. So the
Yeah.
UK then got in contact with the Israeli government at the time, and they were like, hey, if you guys declare war on your neighbors, we'll go and fight Egypt with you. I can't remember what the war was called. It's like the 4-day war or some shit. It's like a really small number.
Uh,
So that happened. They won. They fucking took it in seconds. It was not seconds, but in days. Like it ended really quick. The UN was pissed. They were like, "Whoa, what the fuck are you guys doing? You can't just invade another country, right? Like we had just gotten over this."
yeah.
And the U.S. This is actually the beginning of U.S.-Israeli relations right here. The U.S. stepped in and went to the UK and was like, "You didn't tell us this shit. This is fucked up. You can't do this, and it's making us look like assholes on the world stage." Uh, and so they backed down. They gave them the canal back, and then the U.S. and Israel. That was the beginning of their relationship right there. After that, that was when Israel was like, "Okay, the U.S. is the big man in control. We have to work with them." And the U.S. realized that Israel was like an insane powerhouse. I think they took on 3 or 4 countries at one time, and absolutely wiped the floor with them. And that's the beginning of what we have today, where
Mm,
the U.S. and Israel are one.
mm,
But that kept happening in the Middle East. What kept happening was they were getting exploited, right? The resources were getting exploited. They weren't getting paid enough, mostly on oil. And then there would be an uprising. They would take over the drilling places, the
yeah.
rigs, and then the U.S. and the Western world would be like, "Bruh, like we spent billions of dollars to set this up, and you're driving oil prices up like crazy. This can't work." So
Yeah.
war in the Middle East. And that's where we are. Well, we're
Uh,
beyond that now. Now there's mostly peace, to be honest. Like it as far as the Middle East goes in terms of peace, this is pretty good. However, Iran remains just so fucking determined to make sure that they, I don't know, they operate on the moral high ground of this is wrong, this is haram.
mm,
Women shouldn't
yeah.
be running around with their clothes not entirely
Based.
covering them.
Based.
uh, Same with Iraq, I suppose. Iran and Iraq, and then you have ISIS, and I think the
Based.
Taliban. The Taliban is still
Based.
very much smothering female autonomy,
Based.
but not based. The Iraqi
Based.
government just made it legal to marry 9-year-olds. They're not based. Not based.
Okay, not based.
Not
That's just
based.
pedophilia.
Yeah.
That's not based.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we this can transition really well here. Like, so we pulled out of the UN, or we didn't pull out of the UN. Sorry, that'd be crazy. We pulled out of UNRWA, which is I don't know. I can't remember what the acronym stands for. Can you look it up? United
Which acronym?
Nations, Human Rights, something, something. I don't know. I can't remember. We're pulling out of the Human Rights Council.
Cuts USL from UN Human Rights bans United Nations funding.
Yeah. So if you don't know, we fund the UN. We're the biggest contributors. It's not even close. The problem here is that like, I don't know if this is a problem. I don't know. This is a complex one. The UN is kind of fair, minus the Security Council shit. However, every country has a voice in the UN, and they do it by general vote, right? The problem for the US and the West is that we're really outnumbered in terms of both countries and population, right? You have India and China easily top the board, and then you have the Middle East and South and Africa in general. And the thing
Mm,
is, culturally, those countries differ from us, right? And women are
mm,
just the easiest ones to pick on because they treat women pretty terribly. Um, so what they're known for doing is kind of being really biased towards whatever benefits them, right? So, I mean, constantly China will take advantage of the trade system. They'll go to court for it. Nothing happens. They don't care. Nobody's gonna punish China because it's just so cheap, you know. On
yeah.
top of that, the U.S. constantly brings to their attention the violation of women's rights in their countries. But most of those countries, again, don't care because they benefit from it. Most of the men in power benefit from it. So why would they do anything about it? And the U.S. is completely outnumbered. It's not even close. It's
Mm,
literally not even close. So I mean, the UN passes. They had a really controversial one that we talked about. I think it was we talked about it last year. I don't remember if it was early or late last year, but they passed some kind of, it wasn't like a law, but it was like a statement that said that as long as that country within their culture it was appropriate, then that was it. That made it okay. So it's totally
mm,
fine for Iraq to make it legal to marry 9-year-olds because culturally that's okay for them. And that's it. That's
mm.
the end of the conversation. So the US has this like constant habit of trying to decide like, do we stay here and keep funding this shit or not? And a lot of, most of the time Trump, I guess the big one recently, who keeps pulling us out of these systems. But I don't know. That's a tough cookie to crack because you have the UN, everyone's supposed to be treated fairly, but if you disagree with over half the world, you lose. What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do, right? So a lot of people
Yeah.
often call for pulling out of the UN. Not They tend to be useless in terms of actually punishing anybody. Though again, they couldn't stop Ukraine from getting invaded. They couldn't stop Israel and Palestine from fighting. They couldn't stop China from breaking all of the intellectual property laws that are in place. And so you just have this organization.
Who like you have to ask yourself who's the mediator in these kinds of situations, right?
Who sits
Who's
in the
the
middle.
one that's yeah, who sits in the middle, right?
So it's kind of a volunteer thing. Like for the Palestine-Israel conflict, Qatar acted as a mediator. For Ukraine, Russia, Turkey acted as a mediator. It's a very volunteer type thing.
We're
E-
relying on firemen.
Wait, what? Firemen?
We're relying on firefighters, Doug. That's what we're doing. We're relying on
Oh,
firefighters.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. It there it there's been a lot of positives that have come from it. It's hard, dude. It's hard. I don't know how to talk about the UN because like it's a weird it's a weird system. Like, how do you get?
It kind of reminds me of the Justice League. Remember the Justice League, Doug?
Yeah, it is a lot. Yes, I remember the Justice
Yeah,
League.
it's all like the Justice League. They all gather around the table, right,
Yeah,
to discuss, the issues, and they all bring it to a vote and everything. But
right.
at the end of the day, it wouldn't even exist if Batman wasn't funding the entire thing.
Exactly. No, 100%.
Yeah.
And there's a part in the story where Batman leaves the Justice League and things go to
Yeah.
hell. And the U.S. has very much flirted with the idea. We fund it. I don't know how much we fund it, but it's the numbers for funding is insane. Anytime there's an actual conflict and a fighting force needs to go in, it's usually the U.S. The biggest example is the Korean War. That was the U.S. Uh, obviously played a really big part in that war. Um,
Yeah.
and now it's tougher for us because if we enter a war, people look at us very, with a lot of scrutiny about it. They're just like,
Yeah.
okay, the U.S. is just evil, and nobody else is willing to pick it up. That Russia tried, or the Soviet Union tried with Afghanistan. But it's just I don't know. Again, it's so tough, and it gets worse. So the reason we specifically left UNRWA, the human rights, whatever the fuck, I don't know. I don't really know what I forget what their acronym stands for, is because people who worked for that organization so they deliver aid. That's like their big thing. Uh,
They
and we
deliver
fund that shit.
AIDS?
They deliver aid like food,
Oh.
medicine.
Oh, are you sure they don't deliver AIDS?
I mean, maybe they do that too. I don't know. But what I do know is
Awesome.
that members of that organization actually helped plot the October 7th attack on Israel. So, yeah, it's not a good look if we're funding it. Anyways, in general, we'll probably see us pull out of. I mean, we also pulled out of World Health Organization, which is like the CDC for the whole globe.
Globalism sucks.
We tried it. Like we tried globalism. It's not working out. And again, it's mostly
Yeah.
because we're outnumbered as fuck, and everyone just relies on us for money. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's so insane.
It's okay. We have infinite money.
We don't, in fact, have infinite money. Believe
We
it
have
or not.
infinite money.
No,
We can just keep
dude.
printing. We just print more.
I just watched. So there's a lot of protests going on right now over uh Elon kind of cutting funds all over the place. There was a woman, a Democrat
Oh no.
from California,
Yeah.
and she was up there and she was like, a part of her speech, she says, Elon and Trump, they're making Bitcoin. She's like, dude, I swear to God, I should have sent it to you. It was so funny. She's like, they're making Bitcoin.
They're making bitcoins.
I was dying, dude. I was smacking the shit out of my desk. It was so funny. I can't.
Oh my god.
The amount of content going on right now, it's so hard to like stay in a coherent line. Um, it really is, just because there's so much shit happening at one time, and it's all so webbed, all together. But
Yeah. They're making illegal bitcoin.
they're making they're making Bitcoin. He says,
Uh,
dude, that shit
oh,
was so fucking funny. I was dying. But okay, so
yeah.
there's another organization in the U.S. or Doge, the Department of Government
Government
Efficiency,
efficiency. Yeah.
run by Elon. So starting with that, if you haven't heard of this faction of the government, their sole job is to go and hunt down any misused funds and get them cut off. And the things that they have discovered has been completely insane. Like wild stuff. We're talking about condoms for the Gazans. We're talking about how fast shrimp can run on a treadmill. Um, Something to do with golden
What?
retriever. Yeah, dude. The
What?
the things that they have found are just insane. Like wild stuff. There's a bunch of stuff with DEI, like uh, a DEI opera in Croatia, promoting atheism in some country, just a bunch of random stuff. Com-
Massive increase in spending after the Department of Education
hold
was
on,
created with
please.
no actual effort.
We'll get to the Department of Education, just not yet. Let's start with USAID. There's an
Okay.
organization, or I think it's called an NGO, or faction of the government, called USAID or
Yeah.
USAID, and they act as a unofficial tool for the United States to push or to change foreign policy. So, for example, starting a university in another country or school that kind of promotes whatever we want it to promote realistically. So, if it's like a communist country, would promote democracy and fucking capitalism, shit like that, right? We would just kind of like influence it as much as possible. However,
Yeah.
it's so convoluted. They have actually found that there are competing organizations within the group, within the fund, that end up
Yeah.
working against each other or against the government itself.
Huh.
Yeah. More directly, they have found that some of the funds were used for the BBC to like fight against Trump and Elon during election stuff like it's just wild funds for everything. I think that's where the shrimp on the treadmill thing was also in there. And just to get an idea of the scope, the amount of money, used. I heard it was more than the CIA and the DoD combined. I think so. That's more than maybe it's not DoD. Whatever. It's a fuck ton of money, and it's 1% of the federal budget. It's a
Yeah,
lot of money. But Elon came out and said that it's a ball of worms, meaning the whole thing needs to get shut down. Trump said the same thing. This is like they were looking at it. There's no saving this shit. There's some pushback from Democrats for the conspiracy theory is that a lot of the money is just funneled in a circle to them back to them, right? When I
yeah, yeah.
said it was millions of dollars to figure out shrimp on the treadmill. Millions of dollars, like 4 million or some shit.
I
Like
guarantee you,
it's
there's
just
no shrimp and there was no treadmill.
I'm sure, bro. I'm sure that yeah, the whole thing just has to go. And so the Democrats are actually protesting it. They went to the building and they're protesting. You can look it up right now. They're in the middle of protesting it right now as we speak.
What are they protesting?
USAID. Look it up on X. You won't find this shit just in Google. So there they are now. This is happening yesterday and today. They are currently outside the building of this organization, and they are protesting. I'm sure if you scroll down, you can find that video I was talking about too. The lady. No, this isn't her.
Down.
What? What? What is it? What? Oh, the Doge sign? What? Words.
It started in 2013 as a cryptocurrency.
I
It was a
know.
meme. It was a meme,
No.
Doug.
I know.
It
Dude,
was a meme.
I know,
It
but
wasn't.
my favorite part is there are senators who say Doge. They have to say it now. They have to say Doge is saving us from from
If we
corruption.
if we went back a decade, if we went back to 2015 and you showed me this image, I'd be like, why the fuck are people protesting the meme coin? If you brought me back to 2011, I would be like, why are people protesting the meme? And now this doesn't mean either of those things. I'm like, oh, what is it now? If you were to bring it back from 2020 to 2010 and ask me what this was about, I would have no fucking clue. I'd be like, oh, it's one of the new government entities that we've created to increase efficiency, and it's called Doge.
It,
I can't take this shit anymore, Doug.
it gets even better. So recently, the list of employees, the like top employees for Doge, were released. They got doxxed. There's obviously a lot of call for hatred and like the murder of them and just crazy shit. However, it turns
Yeah.
out it's like a 19-year-old, a 20-year-old, really young kids who are just the most autistic motherfuckers you have ever met. One of them is famous for decoding like 1,000-year-old Greek scroll or some shit. And these guys these guys are just super nerds. They are max coders. They're going in there and they're calling everybody up and they're just quizzing them on what it is they're doing, and a lot of it has to do with programming and the behind the scenes coding because apparently it's dog shit. It's like the worst thing they've ever seen, and they are just they developed machine learning, which is kind of a soft term for AI
Mm.
algorithm to detect inefficiency and corruption. I don't know. I don't know how, but he's whipped that bitch up in a day, and then they sent it out. Um, but yeah, it's so funny. One of them is known for decoding some ancient scroll or some ancient text language that like hadn't been decoded. It's just crazy stuff. These guys are 200 IQ psychos, and they're just running around tormenting all of the people living off our government, and it is so funny. So this is what happened. So they started investigating USAID, which, to be honest, as far as I can tell, that shit just needs to go too. It's just wild. The whole thing is just fucked up. And they're pissed.
Mm.
All the Democrats are very pissed. Look up Chuck Schumacher. I hate this guy. This guy's like one of my. I hate this politician so much. Schumer, sorry. Let's see. Chuck Schumer, not that. Keep going down. There's videos of him talking.
Is
Yeah.
this it?
Yeah, can you hit play?
We will win.
This isn't it.
We
Isn't what I'm looking for.
win.
This is him at the
We'll
protest.
win.
He gave a speech earlier.
Gonna fight the fight.
Yeah.
Are we gonna win the fight? Are we not gonna rest till we win? Let me say first some good news. Every one of the 47 Democratic senators is gonna vote against that horrible, dangerous man, Russell Vogt, on Wednesday.
What?
And we cannot allow Elon Musk and a small group of people to secretly, behind closed doors, take away our privacy, take away our...
I don't.
I'm gonna stop.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop that right there, Doug.
Sure.
1 second.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, again, this is something I kind of want to talk about because it looks like half the politicians have kind of figured out that they just need to get on the bandwagon and let the change happen. And there's quite a few that haven't, most of them Democrats at the moment. And they keep giving these speeches. So can you go and look up Elizabeth Warren on X? She gave another one today.
I'm sure.
She gave one here.
Elon Musk to nothing. Not one Democrat in America voted for Elon Musk. Not one Republican in America voted for Elon Musk.
That's so untrue. We all voted for Elon Musk.
Not one libertarian in
Hmm?
America voted for Elon Musk. Damn, not one vegetarian in America. And yet, Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
I don't even know what they expect to happen. Protesting here does nothing. It doesn't do anything. But in general, scroll down. There's one specific video. I think it's right after this one I wanted to see. Is this it?
Mm.
No, go down
And
one.
the building
She's talking in the Senate. This is it here, maybe.
on here, the system that makes sure that your
No.
dad gets his social security.
This isn't
check
it either.
system
Yeah, this is it.
only about a private company that gets sued and has to pay out. Vaccine manufacturers often operate on very slim profit margins. If they get sued repeatedly,
You're gonna look up how much she makes? It's about 1.5. Oh, they crashed today. Yeah. So RFK has made it through the first steps to getting elected, or getting his nomination passed. And the second it happened, Moderna and Pfizer stocks fucking tanked. And Elizabeth Warren gave a speech about how she was worried RFK was going to sue the drug companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I don't call a slim profit margin? A $13.15 billion market cap in 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know why she said that. That was so weird. They say it was billions, but I think they made trillions of dollars off the COVID vaccine itself. Just in itself.
Also, Elizabeth Warren is an inside trader anyway.
She's also one of the most bought out by Big Pharma that there is. It's her and Bernie are the top two.
Yeah.
They're the top two most bought motherfuckers. But yeah, RFK made it past his first thing, and then he goes to the Senate here. I'm pretty excited. He's pretty close to getting completely passed. But she got pissed, and she gave that speech. I mean, she's crazy. The thing is that I wanted to point out here is that people like her are so out of touch with the general population. Like anyone hearing that speech, I could play this speech in front of anyone I know, anybody I know, and not a single one of them would be like, "Yes, that's true. We need to protect big pharma." Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nobody, not a
No
single
one thinks like
person.
that.
Yeah, but she truly, you only have to truly believe it to go up there and say that shit. Because even let's say you are just getting money in your pocket, right? Let's just say you're
Yeah.
getting paid, and you're generally smart. You understand the general population doesn't approve, so you keep your mouth shut. He already got passed, so her giving this speech means literally nothing. So in her brain, she's been brainwashed to actually believe what she's saying is true, and she's getting paid.
I disagree.
you
I
don't
don't
you,
think she's brainwashed.
you don't think she's
I think she,
brainwashed?
I think she fully understands the consequences of allowing Elon Musk to run rampant with the Doge. God, I hate saying that. With the Doge operation.
Mm-hmm.
I think she fully understands it, and that's why she's acting like this. It's
Mm.
because she knows she's on the other end of the gun here.
True. No, you're probably right. That's
I think
probably
I
why
think what
Chuck Schumer and the other Democrats are pissing their pants too.
correct. And the reality of it is that this is the game that's being played. The knights are closing in. The chess pieces are moving towards you. It's getting closer to check.
We're
They're gonna have to find a way around it.
I don't think they can. They're completely outnumbered in every area. They're outnumbered in the Senate. They're outnumbered in the House. They obviously don't have the federal government. And the people that they had in the CIA and the FBI are washed. They're quitting in droves. They're quitting in droves because Trump and Elon offered them a pretty like a if they quit their jobs, they could get full paid leave until September. And so they're quitting in
Yeah,
droves ahead of time. And not only are they
yeah,
quitting in droves, but the people that are staying behind and are corrupt assholes and getting caught for it or useless are getting fired.
yeah.
So they
They should
have
have
no
taken
more
the deal.
power. They have, yeah, you're right. They should have taken the deal. Should have taken the other deal. But
Do
yeah,
you
I
think
mean,
you weren't gonna get caught? Like,
I guess so. They're actually so terrified that not only were they protesting Elon and Trump taking over USAID, but they were actually trying to get into the building. They were fighting to get into the building. That's how terrified they are. Most
yeah.
likely to delete stuff. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. What does getting into the building do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what does
I
that
mean,
do?
like it's also it's like I don't know. I feel like nothing's gonna come out of this anyway.
What do you mean? Nothing
So
in general, like in general, or punishment for these people?
I mean, John Podesta's still not in prison.
Mm.
Um, his
Soros,
brother isn't in
Bill.
prison. George Soros is still doing whatever he wants. Clinton campaign is still active. Nothing's gonna happen to these people, but they're afraid, right?
Yeah.
They may lose their job. That's what they're really afraid of is losing their job.
I will take
Uh,
at minimum them losing their jobs. At minimum,
yeah,
and to be honest, a lot of this money is funneled back to the people you just mentioned. That's where all this money goes, right?
yeah.
It goes from these
It goes from the shrimps
NGOs,
on the treadmills all the way
yeah,
back to
Bill Gates, and then Bill Gates sends it back to the senator, and the senator sends it back, and it's just this closed loop that's getting cut
yeah,
and ended, and it's freaking these guys out, obviously, because they're getting cut off from their heroin.
yeah,
But it is funny to watch. The crazier part is the fact that we are only about 2% in to the actual budget itself. That's it.
yeah,
We're not really that deep in. There are still a bunch more areas to look at, and they were saying the next area is going to be the FBI, mostly because it looks very clear that Kash Patel, RFK, and Tulsi are going to get passed.
yeah,
So they'll get control of it, and then they can immediately look down through the organizations and say, okay, gone, 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 gone. But it's funny. I mean, they're squirming. They are squirming. They are losing it. They are absolutely losing it. They cannot handle this. They're getting cut off. It's fun. It's fun watching
it
it
is.
happen.
Like
What? You're looking at the emblem.
This? This is what the fuck? What the fuck? This was just a meme. It was just a meme.
It's part of our government now.
Like, part of our government. NFT, such mint, many history, much charity, so auction, very 1 out of 1. Can't, Doug, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just idiocracy all over again.
They're making their Bitcoin, bro.
They're making illegal Bitcoin. Yeah.
I mean, I hope they just. I don't know. It's funny. It's just funny watching them squirm.
Yeah.
And
I
they
mean,
can't. They're just so fucked. Like I don't know what to tell them. They're just so fucked. You are clearly so out of touch with society and what's going on that, like, I'm sorry, you just gotta go. It's just retire. It's so not worth it for you to be here. Just
yeah.
retirement. It probably will once the money dries up. Did you see Joe Biden signed with a talent agency? Like a movie or show talent agency? What? To be honest, I like it. Ever since he lost his job, that man is on an arc.
Let's see how crypto's doing, Doug. See how the illegal Bitcoin is holding up. Oh,
What are we at? Oh, no, 102, right?
97,000.
Oh, God. I love how it just kind of fluctuates.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a death spiral, Doug. There's no way we can recover from this.
Well, I mean, it was 102 a couple days ago, no?
So our lowest.
The
Yeah, this
lowest
is
is
our
not 93.
our
That's not a
baselines.
death spiral.
We're in a death spiral, Doug, because this is a dead cat bounce.
Oh, my God. It's not a death spiral, my guy. Calm down.
This is a death spiral. This
No,
is a
it's
death
not.
spiral.
It doesn't
It
even
is.
look like a death spiral.
It's been going horizontal, and now we're reaching the end. We're reaching the end, Doug. This is a bubble. It's about to collapse, Doug.
I don't know. I think it can go either way, and it's entirely based on what Trump does. But I think they have a bunch of announcements for Bitcoin coming up that should send it back up.
I think, especially if some
Melania, they're making their
I,
coin.
they just dumped immediately on him. They didn't even hesitate. They didn't even hesitate. They just straight up dumped the fucking thing. They were just like, all right, we're sitting at a $2 price tag and we own majority of the supply. Let's just dump it. Quantum. Quantum, I haven't done anything with it at all. It's like a nothing burger. I want to like Quantum, but it sucks. Alpha. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a trending coin for sure. Yeah, there's no way that we can survive. Let's see how Monero is doing.
Oh my God, you sound like every other Bitcoin bro on the internet.
I don't.
We're in a death spiral. We're not gonna make Bitcoin dead.
I mean, it's not death.
Oh
We're in
my
a death
God.
spiral. It's gonna go down.
It's not a death spiral.
It is 100% a death spiral.
Dude, it was peaked at like 60K 6 months ago. It's not a death spiral to be at 93. What are you on?
It's not a good thing. It's like a Monero. Monero is doing excellent. That is a valuable coin.
You're an NPC.
It's a good coin. Look at it. Yeah, this is a good coin.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna
You
wait for
say
it to
so.
go down to 100 though. After it drops.
So last week we covered the tariff thing on Canada and Mexico. Well, 12 hours later, there's been a pause in the tariffs, and both of them seem to have conceded to Trump's demands. So that was the shortest-lived trade war we've seen, I think, ever.
Wow, the pussy's pussied out. I'm shocked.
Yeah, that was really fast. Mexico folded first. It wasn't even close. I don't know why they even bothered. I mean, they folded what in like 3 hours, maybe less, 3 or 4 hours. They came out said they were going to join Canada on the counter tariffs, and then like 3 or 4 hours later, I guess they called up Trump and were like, "Yeah, okay, fine, we'll do what you want." Trump seems
Yeah.
pretty still like harsh on Canada. It doesn't seem like he's really going to let them get away with the bare minimum at all.
Yeah.
He seems really intent on making Canada a state.
Yeah. I mean, we should just make Canada a state. Their military is essentially just our military. We give them all of our training regiments.
Yeah. I
I
agree.
think
This should be a
I
state too.
think Trump should fuck Trudeau in the ass and appoint Bibi.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
then he releases it. Actually, he threatens to release it if Canada doesn't become a state.
Trudeau resigned. He's not even. Yeah, I mean, he's still
It
the
doesn't
acting
matter.
prime minister, but he's not even supposed to be there anymore.
He's still there though, so that's all that counts. That's all that people see.
Panama also folded, and they are allowing our ships to travel for free, which is pretty cool.
Okay, good. That should have happened a while ago.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad it was, but apparently Panama had signed on the Belt and Road Initiative with China, which is like China's foreign. It's their USAID. They
Yeah,
will offer financial aid for infrastructure, hospitals, power facilities, shit like roads, Belt and Road Initiative,
yeah,
right? I don't know what they were offering. I guess they were offering the same thing to Panama, and Panama had joined in, and so they met up and were like, "Yeah, you're gonna knock that shit off ASAP." So they did, and they're also
yeah.
giving us free passage. Oh, so we also have the war in the cartels is about to kick off. One of the things in the deal with Mexico was our ability to access their airspace. So we're now flying AWACS and shit above Mexico, prepping to strike the shit out of the cartels.
Mexicans are so stupid, Doug. Like, I'm sorry. Like, how do you? Why are we having to do this for you?
Because their
You're like,
entire
they're like the alcoholic like cousin of the family. Like seriously, like,
all,
why are we having to step in and get you into rehab?
I'll say this about newer countries that have to like try and incorporate capitalism at this time. It's really
Yeah,
easy for them to get corrupted. So like, let's say you're Mexico, right? You mostly sell what? Cheap labor?
yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, cheap labor makes much less federal income than selling cocaine to the Americans. So
yeah,
that gives the cartels way more power over the government than the people. And that's what happens. The cartel is basically in charge of the government. It acts as like a shadow government. And it's not just Mexico, obviously. It's like most of South America. That's how the entirety of South America runs, except El Salvador and like a few little
what,
pocket places.
Doug? What's going on here?
Oh, it's so loud. Oh yeah, so these are the protests in California. They're protesting the immigrations, the deportations. Excuse me, and a lot of them are just waving the Mexican flag. I wonder.
Yeah,
I I wonder what's going
Doug,
on.
wasn't the whole point of ICE is to track them down? Why are they defeating the purpose of
I
ICE
don't.
by
I
holding their own flag and then standing out there yelling and
I
screaming?
don't know. I saw this shit. I was like, "Are you guys mental? You're gonna get hunted down."
Yeah, like
Yeah. So there's
the,
currently massive protests in California in the form of this. They go on the highways. They block the roads. Oh, is that a Cybertruck? It is. um, and so the police were called out. They didn't do anything. But the places that ICE are having the most trouble is the liberal sanctuary cities in California, just because the police aren't really playing ball. The mayors are like coming out in defense of the illegals. It'll get wrapped up pretty quick
yeah.
soon. But yeah, that happens. Caused a lot of chaos for no godforsaken reason.
Mm. Only with public support can Doge succeed. The bad guys will do anything they can, legal or otherwise, to stop us.
Money could be called porn. Dude, this woman needs to go, man. This woman is crazy. Here's just a few things about this woman. First, okay, yeah, so currently she's like teaching illegals how to avoid deportation. Apparently, she married her own brother in order to get him a green card to the U.S. This chick is like, I don't know how she keeps getting reelected. She's a senator.
Mm.
She's not an ally to the U.S. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, well.
She just does illegal things in public all the time. It's so crazy.
It's pretty based. Oh,
Caroline Levitt.
I like this chick.
Yeah.
For the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just that. That is what USAID is. That it's just that. It is just that
They're burning money.
to billions to the level of billions of dollars. They're just burning money. It's just getting circle jerked. Like it's absolutely
Oh
absurd.
shit, John Kennedy.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. That guy. He's so old. He doesn't know what's going on, but he's totally on board with everything. It's so fucking funny.
One chance to return power to the people.
This bitch is crazy.
Brandon Gill called deporting Democrat Ilhan Omar back to Somalia. Why does he look like Superman?
I don't know.
Okay. Every corrupt politician is upset about dismantling USAID, which tells you everything you need to.
Yeah.
Oh, these airport employees that leaked the video of the plane crash to CNN have been arrested. Why are they so worried about a video?
Yeah, so the
It was
people who leaked
intentional.
that video got fired.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Arrested. They got
intentional.
arrested.
Like, there's no way this isn't intentional, right?
Oh, it's intentional.
Boop, boop.
It's very
70
much
dead.
intentional.
I mean, it just begs the question who was on the plane or who was on the helicopter, right?
They've started releasing some of the information.
Yeah.
So
Obliterate Iran if they
if
assassinate him.
they kill him, yeah. He also signed a bill today to inflict maximum force against Iran. Whatever that means.
I don't know. The gender diagram.
Oh
Some
yeah.
kid in Nebraska. What is this?
This is the chick, yeah, or the dude. Sorry, he was translating secret Roman scrolls, and this is now the guy or the kid working for Doge, one of them.
I don't get it.
You don't
So
get one.
who
I
deciphered these?
They doxed. I don't know. Their names were listed somewhere. I don't know why it's not here anymore. Maybe just look up Doge and see what comes up in X. It was pretty big news, but they might be trying to hush it down because technically it's illegal to dox people like that. But they did it anyway, so they're opening a criminal investigation.
Huh.
Yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe they're not showing it anymore because it was technically illegal. It's very possible. Okay, there it
Oh,
is. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So
college student.
he's a college student. He decoded a 2,000-year-old Greek scroll. Sorry, Greek scroll buried by Mount Vesuvius using AI, and he is spearheading the Doge initiative to reduce government waste. So he created a machine learning program to decode the scroll, and he is now working for Doge. Uh, and there's like 4 others who are also, they have as much notoriety and skills in different departments, and they are just cleaning house.
Why is there no pictures of the scroll?
I saw a picture of what they would look like. I don't know if it was the actual scroll itself. Oh, it's right there. It's right next to it. It's right next to him.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's great, Doug. I can read that. I totally forgot. I totally forgot I can read it. Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're unhappy. There's a lot of comments about what are you typing? You gay?
I
Is
typed
that
you
what you
gay.
wrote? Oh my god. Oh, there's the rest of them. Nice.
Okay, cool. Why did we release these names again for these people to be killed?
Democrats, I don't know. They lost their minds.
Akash Baba, Luke Veritor, Ethan Shoutran, Gavin Kleiger, Edward Korstein, dead or alive. Uh, oh my god.
The DOJ has already said that they're gonna whoever got them doxxed, they're gonna go hunt them down and throw those bastards in jail. So you know how you were saying nothing was gonna happen?
Yeah.
They have been hinting that something is going to happen. They've been kind of subtle about it, but they've been hinting that pretty much they're tracking the corruption and they plan on tracing it back to whoever's the source. That's how all this kind of happened. So they went in very open minded. They're like, okay, so where's the beginning of it? They started with DEI, right? And they were like, okay, this is a waste of money. Why are we, spending money to teach Peruvians how to be trans or whatever the fuck was going on? And they've been tracing it up the ladder. And so they went from
Yeah.
USAID to the Treasury Department. And that's what really freaked people out, specifically the Democrats. Once it hit the Treasury Department, they're like, huh? Because that's where the paychecks are sourced from, right? It all gets passed through
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So they've been slowly climbing up the ladder, and there's been a lot of hints that they actually do plan on chasing some of these people down, and maybe not pressing charges.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Again, I don't know if they should. To be honest, it won't look good in any way, shape, or form if they just did a mass arrest of a bunch of Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Who are corrupt. Expose
I
them
don't
for
know how
sure,
there isn't just like a silent war going on at this point.
because the other side lost. There was at the end of last year, and the other side just lost. So at this point, you're just
Yeah.
cleaning the dirt off the street.
I guess, yeah. Do you like Doge to audit the IRS?
Yeah, the IRS, the FBI are supposedly the next two.
I guess at this point, protests and social chicanery are
Go
not.
back, go back up, go back up two, go back up one. Is this the video of Schumer?
For an unelected secret group to run rampant through the executive.
An unelected secret group to run rampant through the executive branch, huh? All right. Back to the sign pointing.
Yeah.
Do I need to say anything further at this point?
No, it's okay. No.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Being innovative is good. But Mr. Musk, this isn't a tech startup. These are public institutions.
I guess we got to go back to the sign pointing.
Dude, Chuck Schumer, Elizabeth Warren. I don't want to say Bernie, but those two in themselves are probably the most corrupt Dems. Gotta be the two biggest. But there's some other old heads that really are fucking. They're just awful to watch in general. They're so awful to watch. I can't stand them.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's pretty funny that Elizabeth Warren was like, the libertarians didn't vote for Elon Musk because most of the libertarians were kind of into crypto, and one of
Yeah.
Trump's running platforms was we were going to stop Elizabeth Warren from touching your crypto. So
Jesus.
it's funny she says that because most of them kind of voted for Trump because of her being such an animal.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, she's a complete shill. Like, it's not even close. Her and Schumer are just the most paid for politicians you could probably find in the American system. It's just not even close.
Yeah. Well, looks like we're back to sign tapping.
The hell is sign tapping?
It's the meme. Don't make me tap the sign. Yeah, I mean, people will make memes.
Don't think. Okay, whatever. That last one I saw was kind of a lie, but sure.
Yeah, well, anyways, the meme is don't make me tap the sign, and they tap the sign, and it's the same statement about how nothing changes or
Yeah.
nothing's going to
Well,
happen.
but this is what they're running with right now. This is what they're saying
Yeah.
like out loud to all of America, and it's just like,
Are
oh, is this the one where he's talking about?
no, there's no way this guy is about to say this.
Yeah.
At the same time, they are raiding the government, attempting to steal taxpayer money.
I again, I think they've lost it, bro. Like they just have lost their minds.
What are we talking? Shrimps on a treadmill.
I know.
Shrimps on a treadmill.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they again.
What are we talking about?
They're running up the ladder to see where the money's coming from. They found it at the Treasury Department, and the second it hit the Treasury Department, these guys fucking started foaming at the mouth, losing their minds, bro. So I mean, it's pretty clear something not good is happening that they're doing behind the scenes, and they're freaking the
It may be
fuck
time
out.
to get rid of the Treasury Department.
I mean, there's a lot of talks about cutting the IRS, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what this guy has to say.
He was talking about me. But believe it or not, we may actually agree on something. Let me explain.
This guy's a fucking
The
shill,
new
too.
Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE for short, claims it will cut $2 trillion worth of what it thinks is waste and fraud in the government budget. Is there waste and fraud? Could the government...
He already failed. Is there waste and fraud? Absolutely. He already failed. Let's see what he says.
Efficient and work better? Musk and Doge may have a point.
Okay.
But what's often considered waste and fraud depends on whether one is looking downward.
Nope. Already failed again. Already failed again. What? It's completely objective. There is no downward or upward. It is completely objective.
Dude,
if we are wasting money on trips on a treadmill,
do you know
then
what's so annoying? The U.S. makes so much money. The U.S. brings in so much money every year, right? Dude,
yeah.
This is how the government is supposed to spend the money. The government takes the money from taxes. It's immediately spent on infrastructure, right? Roads,
yeah.
Electric facilities, water treatment plants, data centers, whatever, like infrastructure shit. It's supposed to push your economy forward, right, and give resources to all the people within the country. That's how Taiwan grew. That's how South Korea grew. That's how almost every newer country grows. You do that. You funnel all the money straight back into infrastructure. What's wild is that these guys waste so much money that if they just fucking made a UBI system and gave it to us, it would be so much better. Like it would be way more efficient and better for the country if they just ran the money straight back into our own pockets. Like, what are they doing? Dude,
I think
if
overall,
you give me $10, I'll tell you how fast the shrimp run on the treadmill.
yeah.
Like, what?
This is announced suspending all.
Oh, this is new.
All from China and Hong Kong.
Oh, shit.
Pushkin, Alibaba, Temu.
What?
USPS just announced suspending all incoming packages from China and Hong Kong.
That's crazy. Well, you know what? I bet that's in response to China. Trump announced tariffs on China. I think it was 10%. And then China announced tariffs against the U.S. at 25% for different areas. I bet that's a retaliation for them from Trump.
So Amazon too, apparently. So, huh? Yeah, it's gonna be tricky.
Okay, this might not be as impactful as people think, mostly because Amazon has their own service that they use, and from what I know, the U.S. government actually piggybacks on their service. So I wonder if does that mean like it doesn't sound like he's banning it entirely. It just sounds like he's banning it through USPS, but I don't really think that'll drive up costs that much. They
Huh?
got rich off of what?
Opioids.
Uh,
Unironically mad at Sheen being in the targeted ads.
I mean,
Okay,
I've been
listen,
nothing but talk
ladies,
about how much China bypasses our laws for cheaper products, and not just our laws but world laws. So it's about time they
yeah.
start eating shit for it.
Effective February 4th, the post
Wow.
temporary suspend only international package acceptance. Till further notice.
I kind of makes it sound more like a
Wait, what?
security threat type thing.
Dollar Tree? No.
Wait, do all the products go to Dollar Tree? Why is
Oh my God!
what
Rest in
happened to
peace,
them?
Dollar Tree, dude. I mean,
Oh no, this is over 6 months.
yeah, I guess Dollar Tree is just down 50%. Bye bye, Temu and Sheen. What is this? What am I looking at? These people posting on here.
I wonder what that's about. It kind of makes me wonder if it's not a national security thing.
I mean, is Temu a national security thing?
Sending packages from China to the U.S. in government mail
Yeah.
that might be a national security thing.
What is Genocide Joe?
Oh, that's because of the Palestine stuff.
Whatever. Show more. Let me see what else is trending. 20,000 federal workers. Yeah. No, no one cares about that. Congratulations, Pam.
Oh, she passed? Nice. She's now the Attorney General for the U.S. She passed. Tomorrow we find out if RFK passes. Or Tulsi Gabbard. I can't remember which one. I think maybe it's Tulsi.
Pam Bondi.
She's from Florida. Another Floridian. Dude, all of Florida is running the country right now. It's so funny.
This is something else, I gotta say.
It's wild. It is so wild. God bless Florida.
The Lesbo bishop who extolled Trump to have mercy on the poor migrants received $53 million for a church to resettle migrants.
Mm-hmm.
It was in a 6-bedroom house in the most affluent part of D.C. Ooh, what is this?
Oh, that's the guy, by the way, right there. This is the El Salvadorian president who put all the gangs in prison. The world's
This
coolest
is so,
dictator.
dude. This is so cyberpunk. I love it.
Dude, it's crazy. You should watch all. Click on his channel on his page and see if he has other pictures of it. But he has these mega prisons that are just fucking. I mean, they're definitely human rights violations, but like, hey.
Who cares, right?
Yeah, right.
I deserve it.
Wait, click on his page. There's videos of like. There's more. There's more content. This guy's the content master. That's Marco Rubio, our Secretary of State.
The fuck is this?
I don't know what this is.
I don't know what it is. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, I told
All
you.
right.
Yeah.
There we go.
He flexes his shit. But yeah,
He doesn't need to. He doesn't post the Rolex. He doesn't post Lambo.
nope.
He doesn't post the fucking chains. He posts the fucking the bank account.
Yeah, dude, he's boss.
Oh, this is pretty funny.
Yeah, and again, this is causing a massive stir, but it's less than 1% of our actual federal funding.
Yeah.
And then the entire thing is just a corrupt ball of worms and nothing very good. The money is going nowhere for no reason.
Oh my god. Vice President Vance is going on his first foreign trip to Paris in Germany.
Why did they wait? Hold on. Why did they do Paris and France as if it's two separate places?
I mean, I think it's just spacing.
No, because okay.
Paris, France.
No, yeah. Sorry, I thought he didn't put Munich for Germany, but I was wrong.
I mean, everything appears to be looking up for the most part, from what it appears.
It's good. It's just again for me, it's just the fact that like we've only dealt with. We're what 2 weeks in now.
All fun and games until the flipper comes out.
What the hell? Oh,
Flipper 0.
You're fucking yeah.
Fuck, I dropped it. Okay. Anyways.
We're only 2 weeks in. Where we've only investigated one department, maybe two now, and these people are freaking out. I can only imagine. I mean, I don't know how much content we're gonna get from this, or how often the headlines are gonna be on fire about it. But it's wild, man. We are just like we're at the very beginning, and watching how much chaos is ensuing from just a minute amount of investigation is hilarious. It's so fucking crazy. We didn't even talk about the Grammys. It's so funny. You don't give a fuck about the Grammys, do you?
Nope.
Dude, I didn't watch it. I just saw like some clips. I gotta say, I'm feeling my age because I didn't recognize any of those people.
Oh, they're all losers.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I made your job easy. Yeah,
Thanks.
let's see, Grammys. When was the last time someone actually watched the Grammys anyway?
Did you see what Kanye and his wife did on the red carpet?
I can only imagine.
Yeah, you couldn't imagine.
Oh, really?
And we wouldn't be able to show it even if we wanted to see it.
What'd they do?
Okay, you look, and I'll just have your reaction open. But go to X and look up Ye and his wife Grammys. Let me stop watching. We'll just watch your reaction. So the rumor is Ye and his wife, previously Kanye, weren't even invited. They just showed up, and then for those who've seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about. For those who haven't, Ye's wife is pretty much completely naked. She's wearing like a completely see-through top, and this chick is known for being topless, like in any picture in every video ever. I don't know what the statement is, or like what's going on, or if they, I don't know why, but she's just permanently naked. So she showed up to the red carpet, buck-ass nude, and yeah, that's just what happened. That was the talk of the day. Do you still have it pulled up, or can I tune back in?
I still have it pulled up.
Okay, let me know when you pass.
What is he wearing?
I mean,
he's like,
wearing
what is he, the homeless ninja?
I don't know, dude. Oh my god, I guess even crazier. So I guess he recently got reinstated on X, or he remade his X, and he went on this crazy tweeting tirade. And in one of the tweets, he said, I would fuck Kamala, but she lost, and I don't fuck with losers anymore.
I can't. Why is Ye's wife such a hoe?
I don't know. I have no idea. There's a rumor that it's intentional in order to like create fame the same way, you know, him and what's her name, Kardashian got fame because of the sex tape.
Yeah.
There's a rumor that that's why. That's it. That's the only explanation I've heard about it. No idea if it's true or not. But she is just permanently nude. No matter Bianca Sensory or something, I think her name is.
I like
She's
how
just
people are
permanently
acting
nude.
like she's not doing this of her own free will.
Oh yeah, dude. This annoys me so much. Every time I see something like this, you see a lot of people in the comments, and they'll just be like, "Oh my god, what is he doing to her? What is he doing to her?" It's like, bro, I'm so confused.
Do women not have free will? Like,
Apparently not. But I want to further this because I saw a video of a dude who was like, it was him and some other guy, and the other guy had a chick in his lap, and so this chick in the back walks up, and the guy without a chick like pulls on her arm, and she's like pulling away. And then
Yeah.
there's some further footage of him doing the same thing where he's pulling her arm and she's pulling away. And in the comments, they were like, "Oh my god, you know, he's sexually harassing her," blah blah blah. Also in the comments is her, the chick, saying, "No, I like him. He just made me jealous earlier and I was playing hard to get." And everybody below that comment was responding like, "No, he's harassing you." Blah, blah. Like, they were going at her, telling her that she's wrong about her own opinion of what is going on.
So women don't have free will.
Apparently not. Apparently they don't have free will or agency. And if they're doing anything, it's because of a man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It's so wild, dude. I'm telling you. Even her in the comments, her own comment to her own video was, "Guys, I'm fine. I was just jealous of something he did earlier, and this is completely normal." And every comment below her was, "No, he's harassing you. This is so bad." And it's like, I can't help but think that these people, and I've come to this conclusion.
They need to shut off the internet for a month.
They need to go. They just never had. They've never been in a relationship. Like, I don't know. If you've ever been in a relationship, you probably know that at some point you're gonna make your partner a little angry. You know, not like in a bad way. You know, you do something terrible.
Is there a good way to make a person angry?
Okay, I don't like a little mad or whatever, a little upset. You can probably like, "Oh baby, come here, I love you," you know, type shit. But these people have no idea what an actual relationship is like because they've never been in a relationship. Bunch of basement dwellers. Oh god. So that they see this shit.
A lot of it's like women, like females.
Yeah, there were a lot of women. It was I don't know. I didn't count, but there were a lot of women. There was a lot of guys. It's a lot of stupid. It's 100% stupid.
Incels and femcels on the internet. It's a tale as old as time.
Go outside, you animals. What the hell?
They don't know how to go outside.
Why can't they get together? Like, what the hell? Date each other.
Because they hate each other. They want Chads and Stacy's. They want Chads and Stacy's.
Oh god.
Yeah, fucking Eugene and Helga can't get a date. I wonder why.
It's so wild, bro. I couldn't believe it. It was so funny. There are so many comments like, "This is so creepy." It's like,
yeah,
dude, if the chick herself is in the comments saying she was fine.
Wait, is this the actual Joe Rogan podcast?
Dude, you gotta get off the fucking picture of the chick.
I'm not on the picture of the chick.
No, it had it showing for some reason. Why isn't your stream? Restart your stream. It's like unloaded. Oh, there we go. No, it's not the actual Joe Rogan podcast. I don't think the actual Joe Rogan podcast has a channel. Joe Rogan himself tweets and stuff. It's really easy to see his, but I don't think that's the actual one. Yeah, this is Joe. But I don't think Joe has a channel specifically on X for podcast.
This is a photo of a square structure on Mars. The original can be seen here.
Dude, yeah, the UFO stuff. Still taking off. I don't know. Let's hear. You're so big on this. What do you think?
Even if it is real, and the square shape was once a structure on Mars, there's nothing on Mars anymore. So, kind of a nothing burger there.
The lead senator or House of Representative, I can't remember which. She for UAP disclosure, she tweeted that she has a big announcement next week that'll is important. It'll affect the entire nation. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Her name is Nancy Mace or some shit. I can't remember her name. But yeah, I don't know. I don't care. This shit's so dumb.
Yeah.
I
I don't care
can't
about
bother.
UFOs anymore.
I don't either. I'm over it. I don't
want to
care
see
about
proof
your.
of psionics, though. That's the one thing that I am interested in is psionics. If they
I'm
can
not.
prove that, that'd
It's
be
all fake.
interesting.
It's all a lie.
Probably, but I'd still like to see him prove it.
I'm not sold on any of it anymore.
Hmm.
We haven't even figured out the JFK Martin Luther King shit. I doubt we're gonna figure out the UAP stuff anytime soon.
Oh no, I figured out JFK, Martin Luther King. It was super simple. Martin Luther King, CIA, and then JFK, the driver shot him. He was hired by the FBI and CIA.
Okay.
We can watch the JFK footage if you want.
I know the video you're talking about. I couldn't tell what was happening.
Yeah, the dude's literally just like, I stay for a stroll. Yes, it's quite. Yep, he's right behind me. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna take a right here, Mr. President. Yep. Oh, did you guys hear? Oh my god! Oh my god!
No way, it's that simple.
Oh shit! He's still standing. Fuck! Oh my god! Swerve! Swerve, gentlemen!
Dude, no shot. Just show the video. Show the video. I know what video you're talking about. I couldn't see it. I didn't see that shit happening.
Yeah, like it's so obvious. It's so obvious. Okay. I think this is the better video. Come on. You can see him. You can see him. Watch. At this point, he's already been shot in the neck. God, Jesus fucking Christ! Show me the fucking video properly.
What is happening?
Okay, you see, this is a drive. Okay, can I slow down the speed at all? We'll do playback speed 0.25. We'll go back. All right, ready? Watch.
I don't know if your stream is frozen or what.
Are you seeing the video?
The video's not playing for us. It's just stuck at 02. 002.
Oh my god, is it not? Let me restream it.
Yeah, just restart the stream.
All right, try it now.
Oh yeah, now it's working.
Okay, so ready?
Yeah.
Watch. It's super obvious once you see it. Super obvious. At this point, JFK has already been shot in the neck, right? Everyone's trying to help him out. And you can see the driver as he's coming through. See how the driver turns here? And you see, this is actually an edited video. This is actually edited. You see this line at the bottom here? That's edited.
Really?
I'm looking for the actual original. Yes. And they did that on purpose.
No kidding.
They did that on purpose. So I'm looking for the actual video. No, once again. Okay, this one I think actually shows it. 1 second. Even this one doesn't really show it all the way.
Oh well. Either way, we should find
No,
out.
no. At this point, this is annoying me. I'm going to grab it from YouTube if I have to.
Okay, well, hopefully it doesn't have any music.
Top. I understand. Wish to proceed. I've seen more people die than you can count. Playback speed. At this point, he's been shot in the throat. Trolling through. You can see once again, it's been edited. This is edited. This is not the original video. These
Okay.
lines that are appearing on the bottom are made by people that have edited and messed with the film. This is not the original. I've seen the original. The reason they put these lines here is so that you can't see the driver take out his pistol and turn. That's the reason why they mess with the film like that. It was smart. I would have done the same thing. However, I want to see the actual footage.
Well, where did you find the original video before?
It was on Instagram.
Ah.
So I'm going to search up JFK shooting original footage. I'm going to go straight to videos. I don't want to see the moments after. So these guys aren't actually going to show anything. No, he was not. This one. Let's try this one. It's the same fucking thing. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go to X. I have to go back to X. I know for a fact. Original footage. This one might be it. Oh, perfect. Right here. Ready? Watch. Playback speed 0.5. Boom.
Oh.
Driver, you see how the driver turns? Look where the driver's looking.
Oh yeah, I see.
Turn right there. See his left hand? Boom. You can see the recoil from his left hand. Try, look, go do it again. We'll do 0.25. Boom. Entry wound, front of the head. Right there. You can see it turns right back around after he hits the shot. And the reason that, and you can see in the footage I was just showing you, the reason why they edited the film like that is so because you couldn't see the driver pull his pistol out. You couldn't see it. It was 100% the driver, which is William Greer. There was no magic bullet. He just shot him straight in the fucking head with a 9mm. That was it.
Damn. That's cold.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's it. There's no mystery. There's no mystery.
No kidding.
That's it. And then if they ever release the JFK files, everyone will know that the CIA and the FBI conspired to kill him.
That's wild.
Yep.
Well, I think that about covers it up.
Yeah, I mean, fact of the matter is, Doug, you can't lie to the people. You can't play God. The truth always comes out, one way or the other.
Well, it took them long enough.
I mean, yeah.
At
the end of the day, yeah.
I mean, again, we're about 2% of the federal budget in of Doge investigations. Yeah. We haven't even opened up the FBI yet. I think we actually have come into the CIA already, and I'm a little disappointed on how very little we've gotten. It's been really slow. They declassified those files, I think, the first or second day.
Yeah.
We've still gotten like a bare minimum. Although apparently there's millions of files in for the JFK thing. Yeah. I'm sure it's on purpose to, make it hard for us to go through and see what happened.
It's super simple. He was against AIPAC. AIPAC worked together with the CIA and the FBI to kill him. LBJ was in on it. LBJ name dropped Mac Wallace. Mac Wallace didn't kill him. It was William Greer, the driver. And William Greer gave a statement about how, I was trying to swerve to avoid it, and I felt so bad about it. He shot the dude. Cold blood, shot the dude point blank.
Wow. Can you find a video of him saying that? I kind of want to see if I can tell or not.
I don't think there's a video of it. I know there's a statement on it.
Mm.
Let's see if I can find a video on it. William Greer, JFK. See about this one. Bill Greer. Sorry, Bill Greer. I guess they call him Bill as well. I don't know.
What'd you say his name was?
William, but they also call him Bill, apparently.
Yeah. Bill is sometimes a nickname.
Yeah.
President Kennedy's motorcade.
I was working on a car.
Mrs. Kennedy jumped up and grabbed Mr. Kennedy. She called, "Oh no."
And everybody was just stunned.
An unforgettable moment for everyone, especially for Bill Greer, who I interviewed in 1983.
When I was in the front seat, I was driving him when he was shot.
That's right, he was the Secret Service agent behind the wheel. The first shot he thought was a backfire. The second?
And I looked over my shoulder like this, and I saw the blood run down Governor Connolly's white shirt, and then I knew it was trouble.
The fatal shot rang out just as he hit the gas. Minutes later, he was in the operating room as doctors tried to save Kennedy, but nothing could be done.
I got real shook up about it.
He stayed in the Secret Service just a couple more years before retiring to Waynesville.
So
Nightmares of Dallas to
Yeah.
blame.
I think that's what gives me ulcers.
He died 2 years after this interview. We still have the old tapes, the old films of what happened in Dallas. But anyone around during a historical milestone like 9/11, the Challenger disaster, Martin Luther King Jr., or the Kennedy assassination, we don't need the films. We remember. 50 years later.
We don't need the film. We remember.
What a CIA op thing to say, dude. What the hell is that?
We don't need the what's film anyway? We don't need it, guys. We saw it. Come on, we were all there, right? That was totally an exit wound on the front of his frontal lobe, just completely blowing out the front, right? Because his head totally lurched backwards when you get shot in the back of the head, right? I mean, if you got shot in the back of the head, Doug, your head would lurch, all the way backward, right?
But there's no way they couldn't tell, because through ballistics.
It's
right?
so easy to lie to people.
If you get, I know. I'm just saying, in terms of forensics, there's no way they couldn't tell. Surely the people who saw that shit would be able to tell that the bullet came from kind of this direction. Because it's not like he held it up like this. You know.
Believe it or not, Doug. Believe it or not, Doug. It's so funny you say that because they replaced a part of his brain with another brain.
Really? Okay, fair enough, dude. Fair enough.
They went so extra on it. They even went so far as to put a bullet cartridge in and just drop it, just to make it seem like it was coming from the back or whatever.
Oh no shit! Joe Rogan mentioned that. He was saying the extra the bullet cartridge. He brought that
the magic bullet.
Yeah, the magic. Yeah, that's so funny. Wow. No kidding, dude. Huh.
Yeah.
Honestly,
they went so far as to put another brain in the fucking skull.
Hey, kudos for effort. That's just wild.
I mean, yeah.
If you're gonna
sure.
you're gonna try and trick us, hey, good job.
Like Doug, I don't think you understand. From now on, I'm immediately going to the Occam's razor for everything. What is the simplest answer for all of this? Is it more likely that someone shot him in a moving motorcade from a few hundred?
Sorry. Last thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Look up the Helios laser on X. They just fired this. Clearly, it's a show of force around the world. That's the Helios laser. It's our latest weapon. It's our latest weapon. But so guess what? That is not the strongest one we have. That one is a 60 kilowatt weapon. We have up to 120.
Oh.
So that red one right there, that one is I think it's called the Dragonfire from the UK. That one runs at less than, I think it's 40. The Helios laser right there, that's a 61. And the highest one known to us, the public, is 120. So double that
one. Wow.
And
why is there no video? Why is there no video?
Because the U.S. was in charge of releasing it, and it was clearly done as a show of force against the world.
Well, I mean, if I can't see it, how am I supposed to know it's real?
Oh, it's real. it's
Okay, here it is.
fucking real. That's the Dragonfire. That's that's from the UK.
And it could be in the hands of military personnel in
That's
Oh,
less than
UK sucks.
That's less than the Helios laser.
Yeah, I want to see like an actual video, and I haven't seen one. So
I mean, that's it, no? Or is that just an animated
no,
AI?
it's AI.
Animated? Okay.
It's AI. Yeah.
You're not gonna find one.
No, actually.
You're not gonna find one.
Wait, what? Is this real? There is no way this is real.
Directed
Let's see
energy
that
weapon. Let's see.
There's no way this is real. Let's see.
No, it's not real. These might be real. Although I don't know what's causing those sparks. Oh, those are the weapons attack? Maybe. I don't know what's going on there. Could be. I can't tell.
You know what this reminds me of, Doug? The Damocles.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're referring to.
Code Geass.
Is it? Dude, I haven't seen Code Geass in over 10 years.
It's the Damocles.
I mean, I'm convinced we have one of these. So.
Yeah, I mean.
It would not be hard to send a laser that is hooked up to a nuclear generator in space. Sorry, it's not hard. It's not hard.
Yeah.
You need a nuclear reactor to run these, which is kind of puts the U.S. in an advantage because we have the most nuclear powered vehicles out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the latest weapon that we know of, and that thing that thing makes drone warfare obsolete instantly before we've even gotten that shit off the ground.
Yeah.
Like it just instantly.
We could probably blow up the Bahamas or Hawaii.
Yeah, well, that's.
Yeah. Imagine thinking that the elites are just gonna let you own homes in Hawaii when you're just like a filthy poor person. Like, imagine being that delusional.
Oh, never that delusional.
Oh no, guys, we're somehow out of water, and the fire. There's none of the hydrants are working, and the water system is just not working all of a sudden. What a coincidence, right?
I keep telling everybody that the U.S. has sky beams, and everyone looks at me like I've lost my fucking mark. Every time I say that shit, they look at me like I've gone psycho, and I'm like, guys, I'm telling you, they have the sky beams. They have it. The sky beams exist. It's not hard to make, fellas. It's not hard to make. They have the sky
Probably the
beams.
codes for the sky beams are probably more protected than the codes for nukes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Nukes are obsolete.
Yeah. I mean, nuke would take forever. With a sky beam, you could just blow it out of the sky anyway.
I know. I know, bro. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ICBMs are useless now. I don't even know why they keep talking about nukes at this point.
They kind of, I don't know. It's just Putin who talks about it, to be honest with you. Everybody else, even the president, or not the president, the supreme leader or supreme ayatollah, whatever those two, of Iran, said that nukes are obsolete and there are better weapons. It's only Putin who runs around talking about nukes. It's just him. That guy's such a bozo.
I think he just likes big explosions because they made the biggest bomb and he just can't get over it.
Maybe. What's really funny, so during the race for atomic weapons, there's a better, instead of using what did they use? I always fuck this up. What did they use to make the atomic bomb?
What do you mean? It was like plutonium 254 or something, or 245?
No, plutonium is the better one, isn't it?
I think so.
Plutonium is the better one. So whatever they actually use, let's just look it up so we don't sound too fucking stupid.
I think we're well caught on that point.
Fair enough.
Let's see. What are the ingredients for the first atomic bomb? Let's see.
I can't even read all that, my guy.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, no, totally. Don't just. All right, whatever. Highly enriched uranium.
Okay, I thought it was uranium, but it just sounded too simple. Okay, so originally we used uranium, but there was a during the race there was a Russian scientist who said plutonium would be better, which it would.
Yeah.
It would have been better, much bigger explosion, right? But they told
Yeah.
him, "Too bad. We're just gonna do what the Americans are doing because we can't risk, the loss."
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's basically it for the story. It's just that the poor
Have you
guy
ever
was
seen
a
a video?
genius and got shut down. The SAR bomb, yeah.
They still have video of this.
Yeah.
1961. Look at that fucking thing, dude. God, everything used to be so cool.
I mean, we have lasers now. That's pretty cool. That Helios, the picture of the Helios weapon is kind of crazy.
Playback
The
speed.
fuck? Make it normal, please.
That's why.
Взрыв сопровождался световой вспышкой необычной силы. В этот момент самолет-носитель находился в 40 и последующие свечения, несмотря на сплошную облачность, были видны в радиусе до полевой столб, поднимающийся с земли, быстро
No reason.
Через несколько секунд
Insane.
взрыва диаметр полевого столба
Doing it because he can.
около 10 километров.
Yeah, explosions nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy.
For sure.
Boom. Tsar Bomba. Beautiful explosion, though.
Yeah. Well, now lasers will be the new premier technology.
Appears to be the case. Directed energy weapon. Wait, was this actually real?
I don't know. We'll see. The problem with actually figuring out if it's real or not is that, like, it's so easy to fake it. It's just
This was 9 years ago. So it wasn't made using AI. We know that much.
We've had AI for more than that. That's not a directed energy weapon.
That's a basic explosion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's not.
Wait.
That's not a directed energy weapon.
Hold on. Hold on.
I don't think. It's too big, dude. It's too big. It's too big, and it's not even in the same spot as the explosion.
Look.
I know, I can see it. But, like, come on. That doesn't make any sense. It's fake. I don't know which part is fake.
The explosion isn't caused by the energy weapon. The explosion is something that's on the ground.
That got hit with that giant beam? No.
Correct.
It's not.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that.
I don't believe it.
I can believe it. Video. This is test footage, so.
This is the Dragonfire, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is still, again, it's a powerful beam, but it's funny that we gave them the, like, lesser beam and we gave ourselves the big ones.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Chinese satellite lasers recorded over Hawaii. So, well, supposedly Chinese. It could be American.
Also used for measuring stuff in the Earth's atmosphere, and I think that's what it is. It's an environmental measurement satellite.
I also sat down with the former chief of.
Yeah, lasers are the next weapon of war. It's not drones. Sorry, boys.
See, whenever I see stuff like this, I'm always like, I'm going to believe the opposite of what you're saying because you're a multi-billion-dollar industry that's wasting the time to report on this. viral images claiming to showing the cause of the Maui fires are not true, and shows like a bunch of laser beams hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Why do you feel the need to report on this?
Yeah.
Why do you need why do you feel the need to debunk this at all? You're the news. You're the news. You're not supposed to be sitting here telling people what is false and what is real. You're just supposed to show us what's happening.
Oh yeah, and then talk about it.
And then you talk about it like, yeah, this isn't real, guys. Yeah, we're supposed to be giving you the news. Instead, we're telling you what your opinion should be. Yeah, that just makes me think that you're lying and that you're doing this intentionally to deceive people. It makes me believe it more, actually, when I see the news report on stuff like that.
For sure.
But I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of news that have come out about quantum mechanic or quantum technology with quantum mechanics and
Yeah.
AI. We haven't really gotten to, but we'll save it for next episode. There's been an insane amount of development in AI. China is absolutely whooping our ass right now all over the place. It's kind of crazy.
I have a great idea, Doug. Let's give AI access to a quantum computer.
It already has access to quantum computers.
Now let's put it on the internet.
That's
and have it read from the 4chan database to use as its personality.
Yeah, that kind of already exists.
And then let's give it access to a directed energy weapon.
I assume that already exists, to be honest.
Probably. I don't like the future, Doug. I thought the dystopia was going to be fun. It's not fun.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still 50-50 on where it goes.
Yeah.
I think there's a common trend here where when there's a new technology, believe it or not, the communists and the dictators actually get to it first because they're able to point. They're able to take their entire government and point it in that direction much faster than the democratic governments.
Yeah.
So they end up getting there first, which is what's going on with AI and not with lasers because the U.S. has a jump on them. But when it comes to the public sector, China is just whooping our asses in a lot of areas, and it's their ability to just point. So last week we talked about the DeepSeek AI.
Oh yeah, that thing. Let's see how it's doing.
Well, I mean now it's openly coming out that they obviously used a lot of money and also used a lot of our GPUs to make it, which I don't know. I thought was insanely obvious, but there was a bunch of morons running around saying that they made it for like $1 million, and it's like, no, dude, I'm sorry, they did not make it for $1 million. You guys are psychotic. They stole a bunch of NVIDIA GPUs. They spent probably billions of dollars to make it. But there's a lot of benefits that China has over us in this area. They just do. And they've recently released a new model in which they can generate videos, or they say they're able to create a model on just one picture or video, which is absolutely insane if true. The difference here would be is that there was a US developer who actually claimed that they figured out a method to make models without any at all, which would be insane. Normally you need, millions of hours of video or millions of pictures. You can't just do one with one picture. What are you doing? What are you?
Oh my god.
But I mean, China just dominates a lot of sectors. So you've seen the AI videos on X, right? Of like politicians randomly doing weird shit. All of those are made with a Chinese model called Minimax. Almost none of them are made with the US model. Mostly because the Chinese one is a lot cheaper.
Yeah. I love fucking with AI. What was sensitive about it?
It's pretty easy to jailbreak them. I'm actually kind of curious.
Yeah.
I've been really wanting to try and break this one for fun.
It started typing it out and then it just cuts to black.
I'm sure you can find. There's usually information on how to jailbreak these using prompt injectors, which is pretty funny. They do it
Yeah.
to. There's also data mining, which I want to fucking data mine this bitch for fun.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to talk about, Doug.
Yeah, that's good. We covered everything for today, I think. Good end.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Hopefully, we end up with just a non-stop stream of crazy shit happening. There's so much happening so quick. It's actually
Yeah.
becoming quite difficult to cover every topic. I mean, we didn't even talk about South Africa. There's kind of a race war going on there right now, where
In South Africa.
yeah, dude. It's very subtle, but a lot of the I don't know. I don't think there's any way to be politically sensitive about it. But if you know about Africa's history, obviously it was colonized by white people, Europeans, and then it was given back slowly but surely over time. White Africa was kind of white Africa. South Africa was seen as like a kind of like a bastion of balance between progressive progressiveness while honoring older traditions and like reparations type shit. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of like a nice blend. However,
Hmm.
it's just been fucked for quite a while, and now there are riots and protests, and they are demanding land back from the white people. Uh, there's even been calls for like chopping off their heads and killing them. And, yeah, just not so good stuff. So they're like they've started passing legislature which allows them to take back the land that white people own, and it's getting
Yeah.
kind of crazy over there. Trump has mentioned something about it, taking away their funding and maybe even sanctioning them. But there's obviously not a lot of talk about it in the media
Yeah.
because nobody wants to talk about black people killing white people. That would be fucking awful.
Yeah. I think black men and Jewish women are the best combination.
Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna comment.
So funny. Like, I'll post a picture.
No, we'll cover that more if South Africa gets worse. We'll talk about it more. But it does not look good over there. It looks like it's going
Yeah.
to get worse for sure. It looks like it's going to get pretty bad. I mean,
Thank God.
their politicians are straight up just calling for the beheading of all the white people and taking their land. So they aren't sugarcoating it. There's been laws passed.
Yeah.
I know of a
Uh.
couple. I know of a couple who went there. I don't
Yeah.
remember what they were doing. I think it was for work, but they were saying that like as a tourist when you go there, when you go to stay like in a hotel, it's basically a
Yeah.
prison. But it's not to keep people in; it's to keep people out. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I love this shit.
What? What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing, but I'm gonna end the stream.
Okay.